All right, Coach. I'm sorry, but by default, you get to talk about the Jaguars.
Yeah, I got nothing. They fired their coach, which you got to do that. They've been, and I really, really thought. Well, wasn't it the first? Was it the first year or the second year that when they drafted the kid out of Clemson, the quarterback?
Second year.
That they had a good year. And
They won a playoff game, I think, that year.
Yeah, and Jay, tell me if you remember this conversation. You and I thought after that season that Jacksonville might be the team to watch.
They were one of the up and comings. Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville, Detroit, and Cincinnati were all up and coming at the same time.
And tell you something,
and two kept going, and one fell off the cliff.
Jacksonville has taken a freaking nosedive, and so I don't know what you do. Why am I drawing a blank? What's the kid's name at quarterbacks there, Chris, from Clemson?
Sunshine.
Trevor
Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I really went from really not liking him at all at Clemson and not liking him in Jacksonville. Then the second year I started watching him. I was like, okay, he's a big kid with a big arm, and maybe he will be. But guys, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what had happened to Jacksonville and Doug Peterson. I don't know what happened to that deal. I don't get it.
So what was that 2 or 3 years ago when y'all talk about the game against the Chargers? Chargers had them dead to right. They had that game won, but somehow, some way, they let the Jaguars come back and win that game. And I was more disappointed in the Chargers versus I was the Jaguars, because I mean that was their game to win. I was rooting for them to maybe go and contend with Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game, but they didn't. I said,
but wait a minute. So, but I don't. And I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not going to talk bad about him or talk bad about his mama.
Corey tripping.
But the Chargers didn't give it to him. He went out and took it.
Yeah, he went out and took it. Yeah.
He took it. So I thought in my mind, just like the Browns last year, I thought, okay, they had a good run at the end of the season. This is some momentum to build on. I thought Jacksonville was going to build on that. And it has been straight downhill since that playoff victory.
And that's the reason why I think I've been saying this since the middle of the season, Doug Peterson, because he lost control of that team.